Oh, Melo. Oh. For those who have saw what happened just seconds ago, I pressed the transition button forgetting to change the scene. Okay. Should be fine now. Oh god. That was terrible. Smart. Smart indeed. Alright. Right. Let's get right down to the briefing right now. So, those who have joined the stream in hopes to listen to my commentary about Apple stuff, please check out the main stream as well, side by side. If you have a secondary phone or a second tab on your computer, please have both of them on right now. Because you're gonna need both of them, because I'm not allowed to send the main feed. Copyright issues, and this channel has gotten a first copyright warning. So, I don't want to repeat that ever again. Right. Goes without saying. Commentator. It's your tech It's your tech visitors girl, Melody Tensei. Hello. We are definitely going to do the same thing as we had done prior to the past few events, and we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. That is, we're gonna go through. We're gonna start counting the timer right when Tim Cook opens his mouth, and I'm gonna talk over him at times. All of that is going to be a thing, I guess. And we're gonna keep running the timer since he opens his mouth, so people can tell how far it has been. And I don't know, maybe measure the time, because clearly it's impossible to use Apple-sided like timer when they go live, because everyone gets to see it live at a different times. So we will have to use this as a measurement instead. Right. Without further ado, hopefully you guys can sync up with me when Apple actually goes live and Tim Cook goes live, I guess. I have put the stream on the lowest latency, so hopefully it should not go wrong. And DVR is enabled for this stream intentionally, so you can sync up my time as well. If things started to hitch up, you can rewind a little bit, and you know, you get the drill. But Apple's event is about to start in 3 minutes, and obviously the most obvious things we're gonna be expecting, it would definitely be a new iPhone, but we're not sure if, I mean, we've already gotten a new iPad, so there's no new iPads. We definitely have a new MacBook for sure. I can tell that by the gist of it. It's definitely going to be a new new MacBook. Its glow time, by its catchphrase, seems like they might have a second Vision Pro, but that's just pure speculation. Complete speculations, so please take whatever I said with extreme grains of salt. So, yeah. Right. Where was I? Right, predictions for the iPhone. I figured what's on the Pro is going to be on the vanilla this gen. The iPhone 16, that is. And it's bound to be shipped with iOS 18 RTM version. And then Apple's going to put out a hotfix under the guise of saying, "Ooh, we got something to fix on day one," without people realizing that the factory version is RTM or something. I mean, that might not be possible, honestly. I hope Apple does not do shit like this. That's just pure speculations. There's just a lot of things that Apple could change, and Apple is more of a conservative kind of company when it comes to changes. So we might not see whatever I just said. Maybe 100% of what I said is probably bullshit, and that might be a case as well. But okay, right. Hardware wise, I hope to see I hope to see the previous Pro to be brought to the vanilla series. And I hope to see a little bit of an increase in either pixel density or color accuracy. Oh! Fuck, I just got ear raped by the Apple event. They're finally live. But they're not really going yet. So I'm gonna try to speed up and sync up with them. Actually, you know what? Maybe not. I'm gonna set it at normal speed. Stop. Play. And then maybe... Oh, I can't rewind? Okay. I guess I have to hold back a little until the gray life button goes away. There we go. It jumps itself. Nice. Alright, the Apple stream has begun. Those who have not watched yet, please catch to it. Please catch it now. We're about to start commentating soon. My predictions for the MacBook, they are definitely going to have an M4 MacBook. They're definitely going to have a M4 MacBook. But according to speculations, it's probably bound to have 16 gigs of RAM at least. How much tops? Maybe 64 gigs? It could be 128. The BGM is pretty good though. It's quite a banger song, I gotta be honest. But too bad I can't really share it due to copyrights. Oh, it has begun. BGM off. Wait, where's the script? Where's the OBS script? There we go, give me it. Right, now let's try to shut the BGM off. Where is it? There you are. There we go. Right, we're gonna... Hey, I see sign language speakers. That's awesome. I have a feeling that they might also bring up a new AirPods. Judging by that. Oh, Apple Health, okay. FaceTime, probably center stage with the iPhone 16, who knows? Judging by the vibes. Assistive touch to make life more easier, okay. AirPods Pro to call 911 after an injury left her immobile. Dictation to help her graduate college. Oh, wow, that's cool. That's a lot of interesting stories. Safely rescued after crash detection, called 911. That's cool. That's some cool features. Though, I mean, I'm happy to see that the feature has kind of brushed down now. I mean, not brushed out, like brushed up. FaceTime to see his grandkids every week. Cool. Live captions to communicate. Oh, ECG app to check his heart after surgery. Okay. Critical care after alert him of AFib. I don't know what AFib is, but I'll probably Google it. Music for motivation between shifts. Okay. Fitness Plus to get best shape in life. Designed to make every day something to celebrate. Life. Right, Apple Park? Where is it? Come on, take us to Apple Park now. You have already told a lot of great stories now. There it is, Apple Park. We start in... Oh, of course, the rainbow. Here we go. Tim Cook standing here waiting for us, and... There. Timer started. Apple Watch, AirPods, iPhone. Where's the MacBook? Where's the MacBook? I am... Okay. Okay. Alright. I suppose they're gonna play hand in hand, these two devices. Hmm? Apple Intelligence Focus iPhone, huh? Dang it. I mean, I guess it makes sense that their cameras are already like way too good to bother doing any worth bothering doing any upgrades. I should have seen that coming, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see what they got. Okay. Redesigned? Rubber? Probably? From the looks of it. Or is it liquid metal? It looks like liquid metal. Okay, the crown. Okay, the speakers. I assume the new ceramic glass display. Oh wait, no, wait. They use sapphire. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. They use ceramic, so that means Gorilla Glass 4 or something? I don't know if this is a redesigned Apple from the visual looks of it. Series 10. It's insignificant from the outside. I assume physical compact design. I assume they compacted the batteries, most likely. They either compacted the batteries or they fit all the logic into one SoC instead of multiple smaller microchips. I mean, wait, how is that? What do you mean slightly? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's bound to be a lot of memes about it. I'm calling the shots right now. Somebody's about to compare the Apple Watch Ultra to the Series 10 and joke about how what they see as slightly as this. Oh god, this is a shit show from the get-go. Oh no! Oh no! We're so done, guys. Okay, cool, they got OLED on. Like, how is that slightly? That's 1%! That's barely anything! Like you're using light refraction to make it seem larger. I mean, OLEDs are power efficient. Okay. Okay. It's cool. Ooh, it's been a while since we last saw a black Apple Watch. Oh, they could have they could have made the finish equally glossy if they're going to showcase the glossy colors. Ah! Oh, okay. What about the SIP? Mm. Hmm. So IP54? No, 45? Not 4. It's like 57, is it? Hmm. Titanium? There it is. I mean, if they've tested it on the iPhone 15, why wouldn't they throw it into the Apple Watch? Let's be real. Well, considering 1 year has passed, no one has really complained about the integrity issues with titaniums. So I guess it seems like a good metric for them to decide. Yes, it should be good to put it in an Apple Watch. I like more of a blurry matte finish or sandblasted finish on the sides rather than glossy. So if I have unlimited money to pick up an Apple Watch, I would probably pick up the other colors. The black really don't suit me, honestly. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, a lot of reuse points from previous presentations. So far, new stuff is about titanium body and quote unquote slightly larger display, but it's only like what 0.1%, I guess, than the Ultra. Ooh, new update. Translate on Apple Watch. That's good. All right, we're getting into the fitness side now. Health and fitness. Oh my, how far are we go? It's a map. That's a good transition. Already available on previous Apple Watches. Of course, we're gonna hear about the impact about the whole how Apple Watch has saved people, which sometimes actually helps. It's some of the more niche features that are like, how do I say this? Has been long ignored most of the time for an essential product. Or more like smartify some of your life. They're gonna bring up a new condition to be a marketing. God damn it, Apple. I mean, I get it. It could actually help. I get that it can actually help, but I feel like it feels a little morally wrong to put it on a marketing. I get that you can make people aware of it, but huh, I don't know. Hmm. Good to see they have embedded it into iOS along with Apple WatchOS, along with a PDF that probably doctors might read if they are sophisticated enough to read it, I guess. But it would be nice for us to see what's in the PDF file so we know how it's like and if doctors can actually read it. Oh, it's not cleared by FDA yet? Huh? Holy Apple, you're rushing it. I mean, I get that there are lots of good stuff, but goddamn, get some clearance first. God damn it. I am partially worried legally. Just because of hiding Apple secrets, that they only reveal it after this presentation to the FDA or something. Who knows? I don't know. That might be a bit worrying marketing wise. Ooh, that that presentation, that camera shot and stuff, that was cool. I'm sure somebody's going to try to recreate that flash moment. That was so cool. Hmm. Boing. Hmm. Okay. So it's like Strava, but for snorkeling. All right. Oh, so like, okay. Would there be an early warning, which is probably unlikely? I don't think there's actually underground thingy to tell if if high tide is on the way. Hold on. There are plenty of tools to detect high tide from like hours early, so they could implement early warnings for when people wanted to plan out their fishing trip or something. That could be cool, honestly. So their emphasis is on fast charging. So it'll last faster. I mean, not last longer, I guess. I don't know. How's battery life though? I mean, I know it lasts all day, but okay. I guess it's for people to have it all night as well. I don't know. 399. That's like a little steep. A little steep in pricing, but good to see that features are being handed down now. Some of the ultra features being handed down to the series, which is good, like the depths and stuff. So that's cool. Oh hey, Stan. No, I'm just joking. I don't know who that is. I just like the name Stan. Okay. Oh god. The Stan references. Ugh! Okay. Dang it. We Stan here. How do you know you're on a running track in comparison to a jogging park? Okay. Okay. I've seen people used the Apple Watch for tracking your one's performance outside of Apple's intended uh environment, I guess. Not environment, more like software environment. So like fetch it fetch the info to an open source program. So I hope Apple does not lock down WatchOS hard, because I think it could be very useful for like say scientific experiments and stuff. All right. So to those curious, yes, my iPhone for face tracker is currently using iOS 18 beta right now. And so far, experience-wise, the bugs are not critical. They are fine. Oh boy, we're having a lot of black themes. I have a feeling that the iPhone is gonna be, oh my god, so much brighter, just like the previous iPhones that had the pink color, which I actually freaking want, but it's not in the Pro form. Dang it. There's a lot of black so far. Holy. It's almost like they missed black for a long time after like having light colors left and right. Natural titanium, and then all the other colors and stuff. I don't know. I guess they're trying to fit in with a population who prefers black aesthetics, I guess. Ooh, that click. But it sounds thin. It may snap from the sound of it. I don't know. I got some personal worries. I hope they are actually really secure. Cool. Okay. I wonder what countdown timer that was for. 36 hours battery life. Okay. I feel like they're running out of talking points in their boxes because some of them are not even specs. They're just perfect for extreme ultimate sports or something. I don't know. Oh, steep. Really steep. That pricing is really steep. Wait, SE? We haven't got to hear about the SE. I feel like there's a lot of slip ups in their keeping a secret for the vibes. All right, we're back to Tim. That was fast. Are we not getting into the fitness? Sorry, no. Apple Fitness. Okay. I hope they bring up AirPods Gen 4 Vanilla. What is it? There it is. Vanilla AirPods. Here we go. Please be something better. Oh, still looks like a 3. How about repairability? I don't know. That's non-existent, honestly. Like, to those who have seen my channel, you might know. If you've seen the video about my figuring out my AirPods, that's my AirPods Gen 3. And it ain't pretty. Oh, it seems like it has gotten a little bit like shorter width-wise. By scanning a whole lot of people's ears all across Apple Park, probably. Yup, they have done that. They have done that. Oh my god, it's so like it's almost like you squished it. Oh, the schematics, the X-ray schematics. It is impossible to repair that. Almost impossible. Oh god. Please tell me you have a durable diaphragm this time, for real. Ah, come on. Gosh darn. Already possible with AirPods Pro. Gen 2 was it? Yeah, they just brought the Pro features to the vanilla. More or less. God, the exaggeration. My god. Okay, finally USB-C. 30 hours. Oh, including the case. Huh? So it's the 3 Pro or something? I mean, sorry, 4 Pro or something? Or is this are they gonna give it a new name? Oh my god, they have literally done the Apple Watch Ultra but AirPods. Don't tell me they're called the AirPods Ultra. I swear to god, you better not call it that. Okay. Is transparency mode already available in the past? I mean, is it not? Like in AirPods Pro 2, Pro 1 was it? It was available in Pro 1, right? Or am I just crazy? I don't think it's gonna be that seamlessly quick. Oh. So you could also use MagSafe because it's Qi certified. More or less the same as the Gen 3. Just with a bit extra features, I guess. New acoustic architecture. Oh boy. That's what it's called. Effortless setup. Oh god. When that's your marketing talking points on the boxes, you definitely have ran out of talking points for sure. Okay. I assume they're gonna be in paper instead. Wait, 129? With ANC is 179. Okay. They are still quite a steepy price. It's a little hard for me to be convinced to buy it ever, considering how it's really steep. But at least they gave a more value option. Wouldn't say proper value, but just Apple value option now on the AirPods 4. It's just hard for me to be convinced, honestly. More USB-Cs, of course. Everything's gotta be USB-C because European European Union. Ah. Oh wow. No changes? Just AirPods Max Jet Sorry, USB Type C. That's all there is to it. Yep, it's the Pro. Pro level sounds a little cringy for me sometimes. All right. Wait. Oh, wait. Aren't you the same person? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, health, right. Okay, my bad. So I assume fall detection is going to be implemented in the AirPods, maybe? Who knows? What if? Just what if? Oh, okay. Uh, yep. But still. Okay. Research. Wait. Oh, 2? Pro 2? Hold up. Okay. I'm surprised. There's no Pro 3? So I assume they're gonna use ANC to minimize the noise. Or like compression, I suppose. So like volume balancing. 48,000 hertz. 48 kilohertz. Right. Hmm. Uh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. Securely on device. Oh, would be nice. It's a nice to have. Ah, high cost in the American healthcare system. Hmm? Oh. So basically, AirPods can be hearing aids now, right? Yep. Okay, okay. It, actually that might be good and useful. That's actually pretty good. It makes it kind of useful for the deaf community. I mean, not deaf, like partially deaf. Oh, I like that story. That story is that story is touching and hilarious at the same time. But yeah, it's good to see that AirPods are finally being used as um clinical grade hearing aids now. But I don't think it will be a definite solution for people who is like complete deafness. They might need those, you know, those wires thingy-majig, I guess. But for people who are partially deaf, I think I see this as a fine features, I guess. I don't know about the impact on the eardrums though. That could be a bit concerning sometimes. Yeah. However, it is possibly better for the elderly because it could reduce the amount of elderly saying eh. However, these AirPods are kind of steep and expensive, so I don't really see adoption fast because of how steeply expensive this gets. So, but I think there might be some slight reduction. I mean, like not reduction, like adoption, slightly better adoption, just not at a rate that is exaggerating, just barely, you know. We're getting to iPhone this quickly? What? Okay. Right, so if to those on my Discord, you would know that I made a prediction about Apple should have an M series chip on anytime soon. However, I don't think that's ever happening at this point. I'm just saying they should, but I don't think they will. I swear, if they actually use the M series for Apple Intelligence. For Apple Intelligence. Huh. For Apple Intelligence. Oh boy. Let's have a look. So, is this the vanilla reset? Okay, the blue looks nice. Oh god, okay. Two cameras in a wait, hold up. On that at that orientation though. Okay. Are they really trying to make a value phone? Competitor. Okay, let me hear it. God damn it, you have me curious by that slight change of cameras. The positioning of the camera at least. God damn it. That's one odd change in my opinion, I gotta be honest. Aluminum, not titanium yet. Oh boy. We're still not there, huh? I'm sorry. That pink looks actually quite vibrant. Although it looks weird, it actually I kind of like it vibrant like that. Honestly, it might be an unpopular opinion of mine, but I like it that hot. It looks like hot pink. To those curious. Yes, done with the ceramic shield. I have heard enough of that. One nit in the top. That's probably AOD. Always on display. Okay, the vanilla and the plus. Yep. Okay. Tell me about the cameras later. I kind of want to hear. There's an off chance that I might pick up a vanilla 16 instead, if budget allows, that is. Because not all the time I'm all into Pro, but it will be heavily dependent on the features I want. Like say the cameras, Apple Intelligence. I mean, yeah, occasional Apple Intelligence. Maybe some features that were available on the Pro 15. Okay, they have relocated the 5G antenna, at least by the vibes of it. No one uses the millimeter wave, so yeet that for God's sake. The camera control, that's way better. That's a feature I would get under. Oh boy. It would have been nice if they, you know, it would have been nice if either the power button or the camera controls button happens to be a Touch ID as well. But I don't think they're bringing back Touch ID. Alright, Apple Silicon, let's hear it. It's not an M chip. Alright. Alright. 8 gigs of RAM probably? Who knows? Yep. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, they have brought a reset. Okay. So no A17, I guess. So I guess it's being shared then. Oh wait, no, I got an idea. The vanillas are going to get non-pro, and then the pros get the pro chip under the same title, A18. Okay, that's easier for marketing now. Okay, that's way better. God damn it, Apple, you finally fixed your own marketing name. I hope. Let's hear it. Oh, it's a little a little weak, I gotta be honest. Oh boy. Slightly insignificant, I gotta be honest. Alright. Oh, what a flex. 2P cores and 4E cores though. Unless you're talking about macOS, it's hard to say comparable to desktop PC. 5 GPU cores, okay, that I understand. Slightly insignificant. I might pick up the 17 vanilla instead from the vibes of it. My likelihood of being sold on the iPhone 16 kind of low at the moment. One of the factors, simply my money. I'm just too broke. Right, let's hear about the camera. Federici! Sorry. Alright. What's new that we have not heard from iOS 18 back in WWDC? Oh. Okay, already heard from WWDC? I guess it's just a catch-up then. I wouldn't say built from the ground up from the vibes of it. Considering how the core is more or less the same, the architecture is the same. Like, it's just, I don't know, an additional camera button, I guess. That's just, I don't know, that's not even ground up to me. It's slightly insignificant to me. Let's see what Federinki has done to the software. Already talked about it. I'm WWDC, slightly insignificant to me. My biggest worries, if anything, yeah, but the usage though. All right. I do get worried considering the energy they're gonna use. They built a server lab, and they're gonna use their renewable energy from there. Wouldn't that mean there's maintenance cost now integrated into the iPhone cost? That's my new big worries, if anything. Like, would the iPhone cost $799? Actually, no. I have a gut feeling that they're probably gonna start from 819 or 899 at start, which can be a bit worrying. 799 maybe, but I have a feeling it might go up to 8ish, considering they're gonna use the private cloud compute. I mean private compute cloud, which means using more of their energy resources, and the maintenance cost to it, and replacing faulty servers. That's just some of my biggest worries to the iPhone cost. It might have a spike. I wouldn't say a big spike, just a tiny spike. Oh boy. Oh, okay. It's just a search. Good. So it's like it's like the recall, but for the Photos app. Jokes on you, Microsoft. Considering how this is done entirely on device, not to mention they already have that reputation of getting they will lose a lot of capital if they get if they're caught with shitty privacy measures. I'm sure they have done something good in the privacy standpoint. I have confidence that they have better encryption to the data stored in the iPhone. But we can't discount that it can be exposed by jailbreakers. So jailbreakers, you know what to do. Okay. I just had a stupid imagination in my mind. What if Koseki Biju from Hololive uses Apple Intelligence, and then Oh god. Brain rots the Apple Intelligence in her phone. And then she's gonna say like she's gonna say some skibidi things and then the iPhone's gonna reply skibidi. I hate this imagination of mine. Ooh, duplicates. Alright. Please, my friends managed to brainwash Meta AI to do exactly that. I hope not. I hope Apple Intelligence does not pick up brain rot language, brain rot lingo, or alpha lingo. I mean, normal alpha lingo may be fine, but not brain rot lingo. I would get really worried if brain rot lingo is possible on Apple Intelligence. Like imagine please fandom text my photos. I'm gonna hate that so much. And then Apple Intelligence gonna say like, okay, skip it. I'm gonna stop. This is getting out of hand. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Alright. How about devices support? Alright, major languages. Previously, it was mentioned that it's only available since the iPhone 15, so in this case... Alright, what you got? So it's like Google Lens, but yeah, it's like Google Lens, but for Apple. Okay. Yup. My biggest hopes, right, is that they should outperform Google. Google currently does this with just visual, but I hope they can make good use of everything else, like your location and stuff like that. I hope they could do that. Okay, that's cool. They already started, I wouldn't say partially outperforming, because Lens have definitely improved, without a doubt. Of course, Google Lens. Or search Google, that's cool. Follow up with ChatGPT. Oh boy. Alright, I guess. They know Apple Intelligence can't go that far, so ChatGPT sometimes have to step in. Definitely impressive. Definitely something I could see myself using at very niche scenarios. It's better to have than to not have at times. But again, I'm still, okay, I'm constantly emphasizing this. I'm still worried about price. Right? Camera time! Okay. Smooth texture, oh boy, fingerprint magnet. immediate fingerprint. Press again. Hey. How about pressing and hold to... Hey! Good. How about double click? Is it... So it's a not... So it... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But no Touch ID. No Touch ID. Good. That's something I would love for a camera feature on an iPhone. Yes. Yes! Finally something properly new on an iPhone! God! I mean, I wouldn't say new, I mean like Samsung has done that with the Galaxy camera. But they fucking killed it! This one's a lot more elegant. And I would probably see myself actually... Oh, press twice? Double click to change... Oh... Though... I wouldn't see myself use that one. But still, this is good! This is good change. This is actually good change for an iPhone. Finally focusing on the feature side of the camera rather than just pure camera horsepower with the pixel density, the colors and all that shit. Finally new features, gosh. Okay. It looks quite like something has been fished out of the 15 Pros. Oh boy. You gotta compare it with the 14? Really? Come on. From the macro, right? No? Oh. Ah. Okay. I assume HEIC. Computational photography though. Ah. Wait, on the same sensor? Wait, so that means the wide one is on the other camera. Oh my god, my prediction on Discord when I talked about better camera like the sensors. I fucking called it. I nailed it, guys. I nailed it. Ah. Okay. Remains just as good. All right. 12 megapixel ultra wide though. I like that. So you got telephoto, main and wide, all in 2 cameras instead of 3. That's good. That's good. That means lesser manufacturing of glasses and lens, I guess. It makes this phone look a little thinner, doesn't it? I mean, like thin in the sense that you have one less camera lens, I guess, compared to the Pros. Hmm. Okay. Oh, what is it? Oh, 12 to 12, I assume. 12 megapixel by 12 megapixel, yes? No? I mean, it's possible with the Pro series now. It's just being coined to the vanilla now. But you know what? Good work on the consistency of bringing Pro features to the vanilla. every generation. But again, cost. Apple Intelligence. No? Okay, maybe not. Intelligence is just literally intelligence, I assume. I assume neural processing. Oh, finally. The collections was so forced in the past. Holy. Ooh, cleanup. Good pixel cleanup? Joke's on you, pixel cleanup. Why are others not having it, huh? Sorry. Honestly, it's kind of infuriating that only Pixels currently have it. Like the new Galaxy, they better have neural processors to do that for their Galaxy series for Samsung. Whereas for other companies like Xiaomi, Oppo, nothing, OnePlus, I hope to see them using some form of AI for general usability rather than just, ooh, sparkly features that is new, but I don't care about whether the customer ever uses it or not. Because that's kind of the issue with a lot of the Android manufacturers that I have gripes with. Oh god! Oh god, is this Wuthering Waves? Hold up. Hardware ray tracing, cool. Oh boy, War Thunder. Cool. Can get toasty. Graphics max, according to the corner that I see. I think it's gonna chug on Genshin. I don't know. I have a hard time believing sometimes. Come on, bring up Genshin as a benchmark as well. Okay. Okay. All the iPhones. All the pro features taken to the vanilla again. Once again. Oh no. Oh boy. I'm not interested, sorry. Oh god. Really, Honor of the Kings? Come on. Did you really have to take it from Wuwa? Oh my god. Am I seeing a slow-mo or is that a lag? What was that? Death Stranding, Director's Cut, okay. Resi 4, Resi 2, alright. Oh boy. That expansion animation is hilarious. It's like brain expand. Come on, tell us the battery life, like count or stuff. Give me like numbers or something. God damn it! You only tell us it's larger, like live video. Okay. Hmm. Helpful. Helpful once again. Because places like where I'm from usually don't have reception, so satellite communications could definitely be helpful at times, at rare times. Although it's already available in the past iPhones, I'm just saying it helps at times. Oh, okay. Only 17 regions? That's like short. I'll say pretty good for a jump on 16. That's pretty good. Wi-Fi 7. Okay. That was underappreciated. I actually kind of appreciate that, honestly. I say the iPhone 16 is, well, let's hear out the price first. Let's hear out the price. How much? We're having a movie. Please tell me it's still $7.99 at least. Or probably lower, like maybe $6.99, please? $6.99? It would be nice to have $6.99 though. I'm calling the shots. $7.99 or $6.99 as a starting price. Genmoji. Oh, I hate Genmoji. It's, unless you're doing like text prompts, then maybe that's fine. But not with someone's faces. Not with someone's likeness. Okay, that's cool stuff. Ah, serious stuff. Fall protection. I mean, drop protection. Oops, resistant. Why is it called that? Action button and the camera button. Hey, credited the song. Credited the song on screen. That's good. Big battery boost, but how much we don't know. Leap way ahead. Cool. Alright, money. Okay. $7.99. $7.99. Not too bad. Although still quite steep, but it is not too bad. Hmm. Right, we're back to Team Apple. How about the Pro? Here we go. Pro time. What you got this time? Oh boy, more Apple Intelligence. Come on. Please. More proper hardware upgrades, please. Dang it. What you got? What you got for us? Come on. Give us it. Silicon. Okay. 3 cameras, as per usual. Same camera layout, LiDAR. Normal buttons. And also the camera button. Okay, all the usual. Alright. What else? Come on, something. Got it. What, shiny finish? Glossy finish? Not exactly impressive to me yet. Alright. Impress me, Joss. Impress me. Oh, it has gone dark. Why hasn't it gone dark before? It should have gone dark from the get-go. I'm surprised they only changed it like now. Right, what you got for us? Mini OLED? Tandem? Oh boy. Oh my god, very nice. 6.9 inches. Okay, all the usual that we got from the previous gen. AOD as well. Ceramic shield. Come on. Something more impressive, please. Impress me now. Yup, same as the previous gen, I think. Alright, what else? Anything genuinely impresses me? Please. No tandem OLED mention? Are you sure you don't want to make the iPhone screens scorching bright? Maybe? Desert titanium looks like gold, honestly. It's just a darker gold, but it looks nice. I'm fine with that. I like the finish as well. Okay. Alright. So basically better heat transfer, I guess. Okay. How long? 16 hours? 16 hours? 16 hours? Come on, make the pun. God damn it, no mention? Are you serious? Gosh darn it. We'll have to see the talking points at the end then. Dang it. More Apple Intelligence related stuff. Already, have we not mentioned this on... Yeah, it was mentioned in WWDC already, so... Once again... 18 Pro? A18 Pro? Come on. Give us it. A18 Pro, here we go. Alright. Obviously. I like how they're roasting the younger brother from the get-go already. Immediately roasting the younger brother. We're just like barely half an hour into it and A18 vanilla is already getting roasted hard. My god. It's still the same amount of cores! Just more tops, I guess. I don't know if it's faster tops though. Someone should probably confirm with me if it has faster tops than the 17 Pro. So two P cores, 4 E cores as usual. Okay, there it is. How much RAM? Okay. Oh, what a leap. Still no mentions of gigahertz, sadly. So we won't know for sure if it's actually more performant, like in raw numbers. Okay. They always say that every year. I assume scheduling? No? Programmable by iOS 18, probably. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! Don't do the vanilla dirty like that. Are we still on USB 2 on the Are we still on USB 2 on the iPhone 16 vanilla? I swear to God. Come on. $9.99 for pricing. Actually, no, $10.99. As far as I can, that's my predictions right now. We're gonna hold on to our horses. Why is the guy pitching? Why is the guy pitching? It sounds so dehydrated. Probably he just has a broken vocal cord, but he is the guy for it, I guess. Cut him some slack. It's fine. If we can understand him, that's all. That's perfectly fine. No discrimination here. Okay, but it's still kind of petroprism. Oh, are we having? Oh, of course. Okay. Hmm. I feel like they've already pitched this like multiple times in past Apple events. Filters. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Oh boy. It's literally just adjustable filters now, isn't it? Hmm. Or filters in real time. I'm sorry. I just can't help but roast the living hell at times. I mean, technically not like just filters, but rather physical I mean, not physical, like it has more what do you call that? Like since it has raw access to the colors, it's editing the colors in raw probably. That kind of filter, I guess. Also, hello, welcome. Paul Javier. Welcome. We gotta have some explosions. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Showcase the intense color and the high dynamic range and all that stuff. The scene look for cinematic. Why? 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 That's actually hilarious. Okay, 4K 120. That's good. Like 8K is excessive, so having more frames on 4K is actually pretty good. It kind of just gives a better excuse for aspiring filmmakers using iPhones to make films out of it. That's actually pretty good. Not to mention already like a small minority of film studios started using iPhones for some scenes, so I'm on board. I can fuck with that. Okay. Oh my god. I mean, okay. Movie. Hmm. Oh, that's a huge step up. Slow-mo in HDR. Mm-hmm. Oh god. Aww. Okay, that's cool. Right, pricing 1099 maybe, or 999 in pricing. I'm calling it. I'm calling that numbers. 999 or 1099 probably. Where? Oh wait, no, behind at the camera. And then one at the front camera. Okay. All right. I see where the 4 camera comes from, because it confused me when I was recording using Blackmagic. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I kind of like that. I wish we could have gone to hear that. The voice of the diner lady in that last mode. I would have loved to know about it. Hmm? Oh. So quick draft recordings. That could be good. Okay. Yeah, draft recordings then pretty much. That's good. It could be helpful for a lot of artists. I could see Taylor Swift probably using it. Sorry, Taylor. The Weekend? Damn, okay. What do we have? I hope these new features actually play a pivotal role in content creation instead of just going down as a one-off gimmick. Usually for iPhones, their choices of new features are usually good. There are some gimmicks like sorry, I need some time to think about what was a gimmick feature in past iPhones. Uh so computational processing in the older iPhones were excessive. Like when you zoom it in, it makes it stick out like a sore thumb. I hope they improve the camera sensors to rely on computational processing lesser and lesser, and more towards making things look better rather than making it to achieve. Because if you're trying to make it achieve, then you end up. I would say it's a failure in innovation if you're only trying to implement features just to achieve rather than to improve. That's actually kind of a banger, like this documentary for. I mean, Apple Log is just a proprietary version of of the common standard log, isn't it? There could only be so much you can do on an iPhone camera, especially with the form factor. But I'll say impressive in terms of development so far. So if we get to see it on the 17 vanilla, I would be a bit happy. I mean, it's just a new button. And yep, conductive layer, and okay, it's just those. How fast? How many watts? Okay, and Qi 2, so 30 watts maybe? Who knows? I hope to see 30 watts, but it's probably 20 watts only. Who knows? I mean, considering MagSafe one has been 15 watts tops, so who's gonna make a guess on how much faster the MagSafe 2 is gonna be? My shot is probably 20 watts only. USB-C, USB 2. Yep, the vanilla is getting USB 2. Dang it! I'm glad that I don't transfer files over USB. Holy shit. $9.99. Okay. Oh god. iPhone 12 Pro. I'm using a 12 Pro Max. But no worries. I'm still planning to hold on to the 12 Pro Max. I have no plans to upgrade it because for one, I'm broke. For two, I don't see the need to upgrade at all. You could ask any questions about my iPhone 12 Pro Max right now. Because we're about to get to the closure and probably the conclusion of the whole event. If you got any questions about my usage of iPhones, feel free to let me know. Feel free to ask some questions and stuff and my opinions about it. And yeah. The AirPods 4. To those looking to hear my opinions about the AirPods 4, feel free to jump to that timestamp when Apple finally releases the timestamp for it. I had a lot of judgment about the AirPods 4. But my TLDR is more or less Pro taken to the vanilla. That's much it. But then they also did a bit of a body squishy. Price is a little eh. If I had infinite money to get an iPhone 16, I won't mind picking up the Pro Max, but I see more of, well, I would end up practically using just the 16 vanilla. Because for me, I don't really have that much needs for the camera to be running at 120 frames. I don't see the need for it yet. So, but I'm glad to see that they are not doing 8K. 8K is a little excessive and unnecessary in my opinion. Right, have a great day, Tim Cook says. That concludes the Apple event. We're gonna have a moment of talking about talking about anything you want about the Apple event. Let's have a little short chat before we hop off and close up the stream. Right. Whew. Talk about one-off gimmicks. I am aware of Apple's one-off gimmicks, honestly. And there are quite a number of things that were one-off gimmicks. Like Genmoji to me is still a one-off gimmick. I kind of dislike Genmoji only because of the sheer what do you call that? The sheer like not irony. What was that word? Like uncanny valley. There we go. That's the word. The sheer uncanny valley of if you're to use a person's likeness to create an emoji out of, it still spooks me out till this day. Like, nothing wrong with the design, it's just that the capability spooks me a little bit. So yeah, you get what where I'm coming from with Genmoji. Why I'm opposing Genmoji. Partially. And let's see, what else is a one-off features? I say they should have merged they should have merged Freeform to the Notes app. I don't know why they have it as a separated features. It felt like a gimmick to have it as a separate app. The calculator with math notes, they should probably bring it to the iPhone. For people who are looking for a very quick and snappy mathematizing, I guess. Keep mathematizing. Is there anything else I have complaints about? So I take this as yet another incremental update with decent additions but no major breakthrough. I say the breakthrough in question for this gen is none other than just the camera button and the ability to take 4K 120 at Dolby, what's it called? Dolby something. Dolby Vision HDR. Which get this, Dolby Vision HDR is actually different from standard HDR10 and Samsung's HDR10 Plus. It's actually one step up above HDR10 Plus. However, if you're editing on something that's not Dolby Vision compatible, like say if your computer does not have Dolby Vision display or your editing software does not have Dolby Vision, then you might end up not having good use of it because you find yourself converting the HDR of it from Dolby Vision HDR back to HDR10 Plus, because HDR10 Plus is currently still widely supported in plenty of the major editing softwares like Magic Vegas, or as what people know as Sony Vegas, but it's no longer Sony's. Adobe Premiere, I guess. DaVinci Resolve might support Dolby Vision. I am not clear about it because I don't use Dolby Vision myself, although I have recorded in Dolby Vision, but I ended up downscaling them to SDR regardless, because I edit in SDR most of the time. Like including videos that I've filmed in the past with an iPhone. They're all in SDR, because I don't have HDR displays. The only HDR displays that I can see so far is just my iPhone and my Galaxy Note 10 Plus. However, the Galaxy Note 10 Plus currently, well, can't really watch HDR content at the moment because I'm not too sure. It's just complications with AOSP or Android open source projects with custom ROMs and stuff. I see. For you to be compelled to upgrade, what would you like to see introduced? Good question. I like to see... I will need to think about it, honestly. more accessories to be able to be attached with the iPhone. Like specifically iPhone, not the iPad. Because I've seen too many accessories compatible with the iPad, but not with the iPhone. And my biggest complaint right now to Apple is their reluctance in implementing a proper iPad OS kind of cursor to iOS. Because like it's hard to say. Like back in to OGs on my channel, you would understand this. Back in July or August, somewhere around August last year, I was left with no computers at all because they all died on me at some point of time. So it was quite devastating considering that time I was quite broke and I have literally no money. And you may be wondering, how the hell did I manage to get an iPhone? I bought it long time ago when I actually have some balances in my bank. And I kind of used it to bet on my life. And surprising, the bet went through because around that time I started continuing to create content on the iPhone. So I was using a whole slew of apps like GarageBand, well, iMovie sucks. Fuck iMovie, honestly. Adobe Premiere Rush and Photopea on the browser to edit my thumbnails and stuff like that. So the videos in questions, like my wildcard cover and my roleplay ASMR of Senpai catching up on assignments, that these two videos were entirely produced on that iPhone, on this iPhone that I'm currently using as my face tracker, because I simply don't have a computer anymore at that time. So I was left with absolutely no computer, and with nothing but my Android phone that was at the time running CR Droid, and my iPhone with a USB OTG adapter for both phones. I have it for both phones, both Lightning and Type-C. And I plugged it to my USB hub and plugged my keyboard, mouse, everything that I usually plug to my computer, just plug it to the phone. And the most hilarious thing is that I have firsthand saw a few incompatibilities with some things. So for one, pen tablet are still not supported on an iPhone, but it is, I think it is supported on Galaxy One UI, I think. I don't know if it's still supported on One UI 6, which is Android 14. I'll probably have to test that in some time around in the future, whenever it's possible. But it was impressive that pen tablets was supported in the past around One UI 4, which was Android 12. But since pen tablet wasn't working, I had to use my mouse. However, mouse cursor is not implemented on iOS at all. So, as a workaround, you have to enable the cursor through the accessibility setting. However, that cursor is not meant to be a proper mouse cursor. None of the apps that you use are recognizing it as some sort of special mouse cursor that iPad OS has for feature. It's just a cursor pretending to be a touch input. So it was deeply infuriating to touch some of the more precise buttons, like smaller buttons that even with your finger is also just as infuriating. So it kind of frustrates me at times, but let's be real, I have no choice. I could only work on an iPhone, so I can't really complain much. But now that I'm back on my PC, I have all the room to complain. but yeah, that's my first ick. The lack of cursor. The cursor is still missing in iOS 18. So extra context for people who just dropped by. My current iPhone 12 Pro Max that I'm currently using as my face tracker and my daily driver is currently running on iOS 18 Developers Beta. And still no cursor. Another feature I would love to see is more support for audio interfaces, honestly. I feel like there may be a bit of an off-chance bugs with the more niche audio interfaces. While it works fine with my while it works perfectly fine with my Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen and my Elgato Wave XLR only specifically for recording. What I want to see, however, is, well, this is something that I have held grudges about for a long time now. This applies to all phone manufacturers. Be it iOS, Android, Firefox OS, freaking Linux, like mobile Linux. Please, do what PCs do and get rid of call mode. We want to have extremely clear audio for not just listening, but for calls. Like the microphone itself. If you can do it with FaceTime, why can't you do it on, I don't know, every other devices? And this is where I'm gonna start with talking about my other points. Supports for audio interface in the so-called call mode. I could not use Discord at all with my audio interface plugged in. That's my biggest pain points for supports for accessories on an iPhone. It's so massive. Like, the headphones are only used for listening, but the problem with it is that when you're in call mode, your main mic, the phone mic, gets hijacked. Which means, well, if iOS has no proper support for audio interfaces to be used in the call mode, then you simply have no mic. Because that main mic that was supposed to be there is being hijacked by the audio interface. So like, you simply cannot talk to anyone on Discord. You can only listen. That's one of the massive pain points of iOS 17. And I hope that they improve audio drivers or just flat out get rid of call mode. Like, god damn it, call mode. It's just so annoying and frustrating. Like, for people who calls on Discord on mobile, this is the massive pain point in my opinion. Oh, right, another problem with call mode. Mono audio. Like, you're completely taken away from being able to hear anything stereo. Gosh, I want to listen in stereo while I'm in a call. Like, say we're share playing YouTube videos or something. But not exactly share playing, just like Discord screen share. Ugh! Like, the stereo track is being properly transmitted over screen share on Discord. But you can't hear it! That's dumb! They really need to get down to that nitty-gritty pain points of the iOS with accessories, honestly. Like, I don't mind not seeing Apple Pencil on an iPhone. That's fine. We'll just use some cheap stylus we find off AliExpress. But it would be nice to also have Apple Pencil support because there was so much, like, in the past, right? In the past, all the past WWDCs, they have talked about how you could use some of the professional painting and artistry apps on an iPhone on top of being able to do it on an iPad. But they're all by your hands, your fingers. I honestly would love to see Apple Pencil support on the display at no cost changes. So far as I can see, chip performance will always continuously up in increments. That's normal. That I can understand. Hardware-wise, I feel like we could continue to reduce cost while adding features without adding cost. You see what I mean? That's something Apple should probably focus on now. They should focus on being not just carbon neutral, but be carbon negative. Just like in concept, when you have a country like Bhutan that is trying to be a carbon negative country, try to be that, but in a corporate workspace. I believe it is very possible, considering how they have already achieved 100% renewable energy with surrounding the entire Apple Park with solar panels. Awesome. Windmills maybe? Would love to see them implement windmills though. But still, cool stuff, cool efforts. Though the R&D costs may smash a massive penalty on the cost of the products down the line. Which is also part of the reason why the MacBooks are crazy expensive. And why the Macs are so expensive, why the watches are so expensive, why the iPhones are so expensive. That's because they are trying to be as proprietary, but be so original and try to have reasons of outside implementation does not exist yet for some things. Like say 4K 120Hz. I think it's available in some other phones now, but we haven't got to see it in Dolby Vision HDR and with a Photos app update of that tiny bit feature. But that's still replicable. It's the matter of whether the Android side manufacturers are willing to push for that. However, I don't think so. Apple is trying to be the be-all end-all solution for, like, say, a one-size-fits-all phone, which is kind of why they added so many features that some people might not see as a necessity. But there still exist niche people that takes advantage of these features. However, about the one-time gimmicks, yeah, I can recognize that. Just like I said, the Genmoji is a freaking one-time gimmick, honestly. That's disappointing. I honestly think they should get rid of that. And if anything, they should push for they honestly should push for better neural processors. I can tell why they can't really split off the neural processors, because they're all in for the bandwidth so that it gets snappy and immediately quick and just get right into it. That I get it. Considering how an iPhone can actually last for more than 4 years, which is an average amount of time it takes for someone to change their phones because of quote-unquote lag or hitch. So I kind of want to see more quality of life additions to the iPhone that is focused heavily on longevity. So like say phones that last, breaking past the period that Apple have been showing off so far. So like the record of 7 years for an iPhone SE. I want to see that line being pushed forward further. I want to see them last 10 years, hopefully. Though they don't have promises. They make no promises with the updates. But I want to see that happen. And if anything, I hope to see that happen. And to those wondering, yes, I am going to hold on to the iPhone 12 Pro Max until I pop off as a VTuber. I'm gonna hold on for dear life, and I'll continue maintaining it. This phone has served me good old four years now, and we're actually approaching like truly 4 years. We're actually approaching truly 4 years of usage. And I'm kind of proud that I still have not serviced my battery up to that point. Though my battery health right now is somewhere around the ballpark of 70-ish%. Sure, it's due for change, but I can live with that for now. Not like I go outside as much, so not to mention I'm already too used to bringing a battery bank with me, so that's not too big of a deal. I kind of would like to see my battery health to go down to 50% first, then service it maybe. But I am confident that the iPhone 12 Pro Max will last up at least 6 years first, and probably a couple of years of security updates maybe a year or 2, maybe even 4. The iPhone 6 just got discontinued at like some 2020 or 22. I forgot which year now, but quite recent. The iPhone 6 is an impressive, well, works to say the least for longevity wise. Obviously, it's not as impressive in aesthetics. Also, hello Aphelion, welcome. Sure, iPhone's not that impressive in customizability. There's not much you can customize. But personally, I'm fine with sacrificing customizability in favor of performance and smooth experience. Jesus Christ, the 12 lineup was launched 4 years ago. I've lost conception of time. I know, right? I've been using the 12 and it does hitches at rare times, but that's very rare. I don't see it in a daily. Whereas the Galaxy Note 10 Plus I'm using, it already started hitching on One UI 4.1, Android 12. And obviously I would blame the Samsung bloatware, so with that I decided to just switch to AOSPs, or open source projects. That phone is just a year older than the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It launched in November 2019. It disappoints me that the Exynos chip is by far the trashiest flagship level chip I've ever seen in my life. Because upon resorting to AOSPs, sure, you got a bloatware-free operating system, but you can only go so far, because from there you gotta start controlling more of the background processes by hand, manually. Because for some reason, the optimization is not doing its job right. And my home is just... Well, sometimes when I go home, it takes probably like 5 seconds to load the launcher. Now get this, I have restricted background access to... background like battery usage for plenty of apps on that said AOSP phone, the Note 10 Plus. And I'm still facing hitches like that. It's frustrating to go through that hitch. So to those who came from Android videos and are curious about, so Mel, what's next? Now that you talk about a lot of hitching, and you've hinted that you might want to change to a different OS on the community post. Yes. So I'm thinking of experimenting with GSIs, or generic system images, just for the sake of quote-unquote tourism, I guess. So we're gonna tour around different GSIs and experiment with what's in stock for those GSIs, and probably, I don't know, think of it like when you're traveling around the world and you're discovering the monuments and stuff like that. Think of basically that, but with Android operating systems. So I'll definitely be doing with AOSPs with that, before ending with my final destination, CR Droid. So special thanks to Felipe for holding on to PixelOS for gosh darn dear life, and continue to maintain PixelOS for the poor Exynos folks at times like this. I highly appreciate your efforts. It's greatly commendable. Right, back to the Apple discussion. Right. Whew. Although I do acknowledge that the iPhone upgrades, like the repairs, are quite steep in price, I am kind of willing hold on to that, because if you think about it, if you're spending like, say, probably like $500 and above for a phone that you use in only 2 years, and you change them every 2 years, so that means another $500 every 2 years. Think about the price that racks up in comparison to getting an iPhone that lasts you 7 years or 6 years even. iPhones have earned a reputation for aging well. This disparity between Android and an iPhone somewhat lessened, but iPhone still takes the lead by substantial margin. Yeah, surprisingly, they do take substantial margin without promising the periods of updates. Have you noticed, not a single time has Apple talked about how long our phone updates are going to last for? Not once. I mean, maybe historically, yes, but not in the current generations. Not once. Whereas on the Android side, they have to keep saying about this, like, oh, our new Pixel 8 Pro and Pixel 8 are going to last for 8 years of major updates. Like, please have some reserve money for your sanity, Alphabet. Not everything is about short-term profits, okay? It's disappointing to see everyone chasing short-term profits at the expense of human lives and economy going down like hell. Aren't you just killing your own customers at this point? Same goes to Apple for some things that they are still reluctant on implementing. Like, why can't they do USB 3 on the vanilla iPhones? Why are they still insistent of going USB 2? What's stopping them? The chips are clearly capable for it, but they nerfed the port like that. They kind of did them dirty. So, environmental wise, I'm glad that they are holding some degree of accountability with the whole scandal with how the phones were taken to China to be resold instead. I hope they tighten up the security and actually properly recycle the phones instead of a blanket promise. On the subject of disparity between Android and iPhones, I don't like the thought of having a promised date when you don't have a track record for that. Hell, even the iPhone XR from 2018 is supposed to receive iOS 18. Yeah, I know, right? That's something that impresses me till this day. So like, it's extremely helpful for, like, say, the VTuber industry. So like, VTuber agencies who are looking to fund their talents with equipments that could maximize their presentation experience and stuff. Obviously, they're going to give them the iPhone XR because they're not going to spend living hell amount of money for an iPhone 15 or, I don't know, iPhone 12 or, I don't know, 13. It's great for the economic standpoint while still maintaining a serious level of good security updates. And not to mention, for say poor VTubers who haven't had a proper good phone, they could use that as a daily driver. I mean, the only thing stopping them is the company policy. Same goes to me. That's why I'm daily driving the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I'm here for the performance, not the restrictions. I have proven track record in the past. Like, I've talked about this multiple times in a slew of, like, in a spread of videos. From Android videos that I occasionally hint about, not hint, like bring up Apple as a tangent at times. Even a blatant video on my videos list right now. You can see that there's this video called, hold on, let me just check my videos tab right now. It's been a while since I last checked my own videos tab, so there we go. It's called The Non-Walled Gardens Guide to Alternative Apps in iOS and iPadOS. This video is my favorite video to make of all times. Like, it's a video that I like in a sense that it resonated with me directly, because as a user who is an anti-wall garden while still using it for its performance, I like to share that knowledge. A knowledge of there's plenty of legal alternatives you can use out there. They're not the kind that is like, oh, you have to go through side loading and stuff. No, they're all available on the App Store. So I highly recommend you check out that video if you're really into anti-wall gardening your entire how do I say this? iOS ecosystem. I call it anti-wall gardening because de-appling sounds, well, nonsensical because you're still holding onto an iPhone. I like to call myself the anti-wall gardenist, honestly. It sounds like a hilarious term, but I am technically, to some extent, an anti-wall gardenist. I still do use iCloud, but only for the same purpose as what Google Backups does with Android. So like, backing up the system settings, backing up small little app datas, I still do that with iCloud. Aside from that, that's it. I don't really use iCloud for any other reasons. There are times where iOS did bug out and accidentally switches my downloads folder to the iCloud. I just switch them back and then I move all my files back to on-device downloads folder. It's just occasional bugs with iOS 18. I was using developers beta since beta 1. So even now I'm still using I'm still using developers beta. Like, I have not moved to public beta. Because in my past experience with iOS 17, 16, maybe even 15 even, I haven't had any endgame issues with my iPhone. Nothing that killed my iPhone. So big props to Apple for not making a device breaking beta, I guess. It would have been fatal if they shipped out a beta like that. Well, let's be real, they have lesser devices to test it with, so it's easier for them to quality control the software. I bet my last dollar on an Android device from that same year would be barely usable today. Yeah, in my opinion, plenty of the phones that you spend probably like $1,000 would be barely usable today. Like, sure, it's still usable on, say, like your normal stuff like Facebook or, oh god, I'm such a boomer, Twitter, maybe Mastodon, some of the social media apps, I guess. YouTube maybe a little, but I highly doubt gaming would last because, how do I put this? Try using Genshin Impact as your benchmark. And no, don't test it in Mondstadt. You're going to be cheating the test. I want you to test it in Nathlin or Fontaine. Either Nathlin, Fontaine, or the new area in Liyue. These three areas are my current benchmark. Oh wait, no, one more. If you're using an older iPhone, try out Dragonspine. Dragonspine has the most particles, so heavy on the lowest settings for my iPhone 12 Pro Max, you can see graphical artifacts. These artifacts are not just not device specific. It's universal when the graphics API is being overloaded. So you'll see it a lot. You see it a lot when you're using, like, say, Beto skills or anything that has heavy effects like Barbara's skills or Barbara's ult, or maybe even something intensely hard like Raiden Shogun's ultimate, probably. These could be really heavy and could be a good benchmark for if your phone still lasts, I guess. if your phone survives being playable in those conditions, then it would be safe to say that your phone is still usable. Otherwise, it's hard to tell. What do you think of my opinion so far? Because I may do have a very, well, unpopular opinion for being Apple-sided. But I do go real deep with understanding both devices and how, like, say, optimization works with each device and stuff like that, and how architecture works on Android sides. Well, that's something I'm just starting to learn, but we're getting there. But I am trying to have unbiased knowledge. So I would take in knowledge for both sides, but I will still hold my own opinions with backing evidences. That's something that, well, most of the people who argued about Android versus iOS hardly do. They don't back their claims with facts and numbers, or at least with benchmark methodology. The reason why I don't bring up synthetic benchmarks is because it's unrealistic. You genuinely can't tell, like, if the benchmark has been faked, or if the OS just coincidentally spread up every bit of your resources just for that benchmark. Which most of the time it doesn't happen in the real world. Only some services gets pushed aside in the real world. So this is why I don't like using synthetic benchmarks as a benchmark, like, measures. Although it doesn't give me the solid numbers or the definitive numbers that allows us to test from device to device, I like more of the, well, feels perspective. Because let's put it in an analogy. The reason why Apple is constantly using 1080p for their displays is because they have pushed the Retina technology so far, you don't need to raise the resolution for the display anymore. There's no point. If your eyes can only see so much, what's the point of raising it? You're only needing magnifying glasses at that point. So that in itself not only helps with rendering performance of the homepage, helps with your battery life, and if anything, just makes your phone less toasty, I guess. So props to Apple for holding on to a really nicely sharp display at that form factor and not pushing it to unnecessary levels. That's something that Samsung has been doing like a parasite. Like, although they're currently chilling at 4K or 2K at least, I still think 2K is a little far, to say the least. It's a little far. I think, in my opinion, 1080p with denser pixel density is still the way to go. Because let's be real, you can't really see pixels from that distance, from your average holding your phone distance. And the only time you ever notice pixels is when you put your eyes get real close to the display. Which I don't think you would do that all the time. You hurt your eyes and I don't know, cause short-sightedness or something. Unless, well, I don't know. Unless you're an alpha kid. Which, oh boy. I hope not. But yeah. Oh boy. It was quite an insightful day. At least for the Apple event. And I still look forward to more events that they do. I do kind of miss, you know, chances are I might have forgotten about the M4 Mac. Was there an M4 Mac? Was there on the previous event? Because chances are when I said my predictions would be an M4 Mac at that time, earlier in the stream, I might have forgotten that an M4 Mac has been introduced or something. Let me just have a good look. Was there an M4 Mac that is being introduced? Let me just quickly double check that real quick. There should be an M4 Mac, right? Yeah, there was an M4 Mac. Right? No, wait. That's just speculation. Might launch in November. So... Business standard. The article says Apple to launch M4 MacBook Pro, iMac and iPad Mini 7 in October. Oh, they're predicting that there might be an event in October, huh? Okay. That explains why I was hallucinating. So far M4 is only available to the iPads. Okay. Right. I hope to see M4 MacBooks to be debuting with at least 16 gigs of RAM and no more of that 8 gig horseshit. 8 gig is horrendous. Like let's be real. Try to run Windows 11 on 8 gigs of RAM. You have nothing left. Cause Windows itself takes up 8 gigs. After debloating it, it takes 6 gigs or 7 gigs. That's still a lot. You have barely nothing left. So I don't expect macOS to be magical optimization to be able to survive on an 8 gigs of RAM. They better have 16 gigs of RAM. Holy shit. Also, please don't introduce MacBook Airs with M4 anymore. Not until they introduce direct, like solid cooling, like, you know, direct contact cooling. Because so far, if you haven't noticed, the M2, M3, M1 Mac, I mean not the M1, the M2 and M3 MacBook Air have been cooling by just radiating heat from the core itself to the body, instead of having the heat being conducted to the body by direct contact. No, that's only reserved to the MacBook Pro. If they don't bring direct contact cooling for the MacBook Air to the M4, I say skip the MacBook Air. The MacBook Air is a full-on e-waste. If you look at the top temps it's operating on when you're running intensive applications, like say you need a quick edit of 1080p on DaVinci Resolve. Look at how toasty that thing is. Maybe have some browser Safari tabs as well. To say, I don't know, look through your scripts or stuff like that. Look at the temps. God, it's god awful. They're even thermal throttling. I hope they bring back direct die cooling. Or direct contact cooling at least. They better be doing it. Like, I don't know, do it similar to the iPhones at least. Do it at least similar to how the iPhones do. Like, I'm not expecting, I don't know, something spectacular like the MacBook Pro does it. So, just do it like how the iPhones do and everyone will be happy. Come on, stop turning MacBook Air into a waste bin. Make it a truly proper, like a truly proper value for students. Like, it's fine to limit the performance of the M4 there. That's fine, okay? But make it, well, same principles as the iPhone, last long. That you're already doing with the MacBooks, so cool. Just don't make it killable. Don't kill it. Don't kill it with heat. That's all I'm asking, Apple. Don't make your MacBook Air suicidal. So that's my biggest complaint about the MacBook Air, and why consistently since WWDC to June event, no wait, not June event, sorry, the iPad event, WWDC, even this event, I complained constantly to skip the MacBook Air. It's because it just sucked that way. Oh, not to mention the iMacs. If the iMacs don't have direct contact cooling, God, you will be pissing me off, because all the metal it has, it should dissipate heat properly. Respectfully, are you a guy? No, I'm a trans girl. Pronoun she, her. Thanks for asking though. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't blame you on that. Glad you're being respectful. That's fine. No, you don't have to apologize. That's fine. Some people do ask. Aw. Oh, well then, catch you next time, Dr. Perfecto. Oh well then. Anyways, back to the main topic. So I'm glad to see the Mac Studio have some form of direct eye cooling. Mac Mini probably. Mac Mini is probably cooled by some spinning blade fans, so that's fine. Honestly, the Mac Mini is like, in my opinion, the best Mac. If you don't care about displays, if you don't care about their butterfly key, I mean not butterfly, they stopped doing the butterfly keyboard, so if you don't care about their keyboards, if you don't care about Touch ID, if you don't care about any of that, you just want Apple Silicon, macOS, then the Mac Mini is perfect. Like it's literally just perfect for just general task. I would say general task in the sense that if you're an editor that edits in 4K, the Mac Mini is still for you. You don't have to go ham on the Mac Studio. The Mac Mini still works fine. As long as they didn't screw up the cooling like the MacBook Air, then the Mac Mini would be perfectly fine, honestly. Not to mention the Mac Mini is half the price, half the starting price of a MacBook Air. At least that is where I'm from. So Air M1 aged superbly well. Yes, because if you're wondering why, look at the X-ray scans or even Linus Tech Tips teardowns. You would notice that the Air M1 actually has direct die cooling. I mean, not direct die, direct like chip cooling. Direct contact cooling. This is also how Linus manages to simply just plug holes on the USB ports and dip the MacBook in ice and get similar performance to the Pro equivalent. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Heat could be conducted so efficiently on the M1. That's why Apple was pissed about it. Apple didn't want people to cheap out on the Air series. They want to screw people off, so they did that. Which I honestly am really pissed. Bring back direct chip cooling for the M4 MacBook Air. At times like this, at economic times like this, where people are having a hard time affording anything, it's about time, Apple. Wake up. It's called longevity over suicidability. Seriously, Apple, wake up. But yeah, honestly, I do see myself using the Mac Mini for editing videos, maybe. If you're interested in donating me a Mac Mini, at least in money, that is. then please suggest it in, I don't know, probably like my Discord or the comment section of the VOD or videos. If you're looking to do that, or even email me over my business email, I'll put up a Mac Mini of the spec of choice onto my throne so people can crowdfund and donate to me a Mac Mini. That would be cool. However, I don't see macOS as anything but an editing machine to me, an editing and a general use machine to me. I don't like to use it for gaming personally. I'm still team x86 when it comes to gaming, because ARM is still at its infancy when it comes to gaming. Like we just barely got an ARM processor that is, I think it was like 8 cores. That's impressive. I like that. Check out Jeff Geerling for that video I'm talking for the ARM processor I'm talking about. He's got really interesting like insights about that. However, I don't think Linux fully supports ARM just yet, so it's still at its infancy, but I hope to see it progress better, I guess. Hopefully we can see Linux on ARM so that MacBooks and Mac Minis can have a second life after being discontinued to Linux again, I guess. With some sort of boot camp or even just flat out complete change of OS, I guess. I mean, till this day, I still have a MacBook Air mid-2011 edition, still alive and breathing, just not on macOS Sierra or High Sierra, which is where it discontinued from. It's currently running Ubuntu Linux. Ubuntu Linux with kernel version 5.6, I think. Anything around version 5. Because on version 6 there's a massive kernel panic. So I assume Linus Torvald has discontinued this very MacBook. So but you can still upgrade the Ubuntu Linux to Ubuntu 24 or whatever, or 2303, or sorry, 2310, but still keep the same kernel. Although security implications may be bad because we're using the older kernel, but what choice do I have? I'm stuck with that. But at least it still runs, it still breathes, it still does the browsing, it still does every basic necessities without hitching like crazy. So it's a win-win. So I hope to see ARM start to mature to a point that is comparable against the x86 architecture. Oh, what a refreshing moment. There are plenty of alternative things you could do. If you're to pick up a Mac Mini, there are plenty of alternatives you can pick up, like say an LG display for HDR. If you're not into like 100% accuracy or just top accuracy, like the Studio display is, or the Asus ProArt display, then I guess you could pick up an averagely HDR display that is good for its price range. Then you still get to reap the benefits of the Mac Mini at an affordable cost. Keyboard, mouse, get a custom keyboard, damn it, join the Keep gang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But the Keep gang is kind of cool actually. If you're into like the inner workings of technologies, the keyboard space is like a whole new galaxy. It's like a whole new planet. At least that's how I feel when I was diving into the keyboard space, the Keep space. It was fun. I mean, if the iPads can run demanding games like Honkai Star Rail and what was it called? Warzone Mobile? There's no reason the MacBooks using the same SoC shouldn't be able to. Yeah, true, but the problem with the MacBooks is there are still plenty of reluctance from game studios to port their games into ARM and macOS. So it's still at its intense infancy. Emulation with Rosetta, I say it's pretty impressive. A technological marvel to say the least. But the constant improvements to the software can come biting back at them if they don't keep pushing for the improvements on Rosetta 2. It seems like Rosetta 2 is on a standstill now, which gives a lot of room for Microsoft to bring up ARM to x86 emulation. While I would say when Microsoft's ARM to x86 emulation is, well, better than the initial, the ones too many years prior, which was abysmal. At least it's better now, but I wouldn't say it's better in a way that it's usable. That Apple did with Rosetta 2 when it first launched. Rosetta 2 when it first launched was quite usable in many cases. Although a bit of incompatibility with Photoshop and Adobe suite of softwares, but the more niche apps like the apps on the Apple App Store, they're surprising to me. What if they just integrate App Store into macOS, similar to how you run Android? I mean, they're kind of already doing it. Technically, the App Store in macOS is an App Store. It's still called the App Store. It's just called the Mac App Store. But there are some iPadOS. You can run iPadOS apps on Mac now. I don't know to what extent. I think it's probably just a handful few. But I hope they could do it. Yeah, similar to how you mentioned, similar to how you can run Android apps on Chrome OS via the Android subsystem. Yes, I hope they could do something of the sort. Although not to the point of installing DMGs and package files, but maybe start with an app, start with the app files, the app files, maybe? I hope to see Apple improve Rosetta to that extent, so they can expand, like turn the Mac into straight up an iPad and blur the lines of what's an iPad and what's a Mac at this point. As they have always done till this day. But yeah, I'm happy to see the constant innovations that Apple has been doing, albeit sometimes slowing down, sometimes speeding up. But that's just that moment. I want to see the leap in between from one phone of a certain era to a huge leap to a different phone. Like say my 12 Pro Max to like say something like a 17 or an iPhone 18 vanilla even from the 12 Pro Max. I want to see a huge leap from there. That's something I love to see. I want to see a phone that lasts 10 years even. So Apple, I challenge you to make iOS operable at the same conditions that you have always judged by, but for 10 years. The choice is yours, Apple. Whew. Honestly, I kind of want to see Chrome OS Flex run Play Store as well. It's a little disappointing that the Chrome OS Flex is just a webbook, or a netbook is what boomers call it. I would like to call it a webbook now, because the netbook is like an old term. I kind of want to see Chrome OS Flex have Play Store shipped with it as well. Because currently, there's Chrome OS, and then there's Chrome OS Flex. Chrome OS Flex is basically run Chrome OS on non-Chrome OS devices, like say your desktop or your old clunky old grandma PC, I guess. Those kinds of computers. But it doesn't ship with the Play Store. It's a little sad because it kind of goes to show their real intent with Chrome OS Flex is just to relive older device and nothing else. It kind of feels sad because it's like wasted performance for laptops that are clearly high in performance in its time, but it has aged so much that it can't run Windows, but it can run Linux, however, that kind of PCs. It's a little sad, like these types of PCs would probably be on a limbo. Like, if you're into a more simplified interface, obviously Chrome OS would be easy, but then Linux have more choice and stuff. You have more emulators there. You don't need to go through hacky ways to install it. And not to mention Steam games. There's Proton. Well, Proton is on its way to Chrome OS, but it's only on Chrome OS proper. I'm not sure if it runs on Chrome OS Flex. Chromium OS forks such as Fide OS can do that, running on Android on non-Chromebooks. Okay, hold on, let me just have a good look. Fide OS. You just had me curious, and I thank you greatly. I've been wanting to try running Chrome OS and try to daily drive it. Just to prevent bias. Just to avoid bias. But I simply could not run Chrome OS Flex. Because Chrome OS Flex simply does not boot for me. I don't know if it's a boot loop or something, because I can't even turn on debugging, so sad, I guess. And not to mention, it only has AMD driver support, so the laptop in question currently has an NVIDIA GPU, so I'm not sure if it works, I guess. So thanks to you, I'm gonna have a good look at Fide OS. Let's see how much I saw pricing. Fide OS for VMware. Oh boy. They have for VMware? That's crazy. We could probably do that for like I don't know, a stream for checking out different OSs. That would be cool. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments or my Discord. Fide OS for PC and SBC. I don't know what SBC means. Free-ish. What do they mean by free-ish? Limited functionality supported due to... No, wait, no. Complimentary for maintenance updates within a milestone version. Optionally charge at $249 for major updates across milestone version. Oh. So that means if you're looking to perform major updates, you would have to do a fresh reinstallation, I guess. I don't see a problem with that sometimes. I mean, only sometimes if the major updates are, well, not in a very long time. Like say if the maintenance updates last really long, then I think it's fine to do it because it would clean up some of the junk in the system partition, I guess. Well, thanks for recommending though. Thanks for recommending Fide OS. I'll have a good look at it. I'll have a good read about everything about Fide OS. You have to manually flash newer builds if you opt for a free version, no OTA. I did notice that for PCs like non-VMs, it says complimentary maintenance updates. What do they mean by that? Do they mean like security updates? Or do they mean like build? Or I don't know. Because it would be kind of screwed up if they have like a single Chrome OS version, multiple builds, and you have to charge money for each build within that same major version. That would be kind of fucked up. But if it's for one major Chrome OS version, then maybe it's not so bad. But if it's for each build, then it would be quite bad. I'm going to continue looking through what FidoOS has to offer, because it looks interesting to me. We'll probably hop off from the stream soon. It's getting a little late now. Not to mention the stream has lasted for 3 hours now, I just noticed. 3-ish hours. I mean, not exactly 3 hours yet, but almost 3 hours. That's crazy. Oh, they have variants for different niche versions of devices. That's cool. You know, FidoOS subscription is still somewhat better than whatever Unraid has done occasionally. Like, the cost for major version to upgrade is insane. I should probably bring that up like in other streams instead. This is completely unrelated to Apple. Right, so closing thoughts. Maybe rate the event on a scale of 1 to 10. It's not monumentally impressive. I have observed the Apple event since the iPhone 12 event and the 11 event. So since then, I've been watching the Apple event constantly, be it on stream or off stream. I have observed every single Apple event, and honestly, judging based on that, WWDC was unimpressive to some extent with the new macOS, to say the least. But for iPadOS, cool. But iOS, not so much. It's a laughingstock. I mean, like putting your apps anywhere. Well, that took us 18 versions. And the tinting was, well, good for dark mode users, not exactly light mode users. It looks ugly on light. So if I were to rate all the events up to this point from the iPad event would be unimpressively 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, followed by the WWDC June event. That would be 6 out of 10 probably. Maybe 5 out of 10 actually, because it's mostly Apple intelligent stuff. So it's a little hard for me to be somewhat impressed, considering how outsourced processing is still a thing. If it's all done on device and it's just as good as how Siri progressed to this point, like how Siri was trashy at iPhone 4 and then up to now, it's pretty impressive. If we can see a progression like that for Apple Intelligence, then I would probably rate it higher for those events. But for now, for WWDC, it would be for 5 out of 10. And then for For this iPhone event, I can only say as far as 6 out of 10 or 5.5 out of 10. Because there was no monumental change, no massive monumental changes. It's mostly niche implementations, but the niche does help people, which is good. Not like a one-off gimmick features. So like the 4K 120 FPS, that's good for filmmakers who are looking to do quick slow-mos out of a phone. That's cool stuff. But I am still a little bit pissed about how USB 2.0s is still on the vanilla iPhones. So having the name, having the chips now on the same number, well, technically on a two-tier system, like the A18 vanilla and the A18 Pro, is a good call because it provides far lesser confusion when introducing a brand new phone because it's more consistent. So I would say that's good as well. And then the new AirPods just brings whatever Pro is to a vanilla AirPods without the pods. I mean, without the ear tips. I am mainly a vanilla AirPods user. However, I stopped using AirPods ever since the diaphragm cracked. Check out my figuring my AirPods video on the videos tab if you're curious about what happened and how it happened and all that stuff. Not how it happened, more like why it happened. Maybe. But feel free to check out that video because I was in that video I was tearing down my AirPods and actually showing you the real thing. So yeah. But the AirPods 4 is more or less an incremental update, but it is a major incremental in comparison to the iPhones or the Apple Watches particularly. Wonder if they're still stuck to Lightning till they had the EU not mandated Type-C. Honestly, they are more than willing to be stuck to Lightning. And Lightning USB 3.0 could happen had enough people complained about the atrocious USB speed. Honestly. I believe that their vision for it was supposed to be just a dongle with a hub. Like, you know those you saw earlier on the iPhone camera presentation where they had a rig. I suspect that their vision for it was initially supposed to be a dongle to a USB Type A, and then or Type C, and have a hub of dongles where you can plug a whole slew of devices, like pretty much anything. But now ditching the dongle straight to the hub. The hub does everything pretty much. You can plug in your SSDs. You can plug in a light or something. Not a light. Light is probably just powered by batteries, but maybe something else, like a shotgun mic or something. All that. Honestly, what I think they should implement is power to USB, power to a USB hub. So like, instead of leaving the powering to the hub, how about implement power to the dongle? Like for Lightning users at least. For Type-C users, maybe have a power up dongle, I guess. A power injector of some sort. I mean, think about this. Free money right there, Tim Apple. I gave you a free idea after criticizing you like crazy. Just have a power injector so you can plug in a USB hub without needing to have external power. Have like, I don't know, probably built it into the hub or something, or the iPhones even. Sure, it may take up a lot of power, but it's not a charging device. It's not taking up that much power, right? I mean, let's be real. Oh, speaking of that, the more best use case for needing a power injector would be for, say, on an audio interface to power up, like, say, XLR mics. Say what if you have an XLR shotgun mic on an iPhone for whatever unknown reason you want to do it for? That would be really cool, because you literally presented that an iPhone can do anything a studio camera can at a smaller scale. See, iPhone! I mean, see, Apple? Marketing! I mean, there's so much opportunities to this. It's endless. Just bring power injectors to the iPhone. Oh god, I've been yapping for like crazy. I'm yapping endlessly right now. Holy shoot. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. I've just looked into the FAQ. It says, how do I update FideOS on PC? There are two types of updates for it. Minor maintenance updates, 17.0 to 17.1 for example, would automatically download. Major milestone is, say, big numbers like 17.1 to 18. For those who wish to retain their usage data, there's also an option for an OTA update for one-off fee. Okay, that's cool. If the major update is on the yearly basis, then I say pretty cool then. I don't really have that much judges about FideOS on that matter. Right, back to the Apple talk. Enough with the FideOS talk. I will look into FideOS off camera, and I'll probably make a video about it eventually. And if you... oh wait, never mind, you can't hear it. I had a notification on my PC. But I'll get to that probably in the video or in a different stream. Right, is there anything else that is for me to cover, I guess? Ow. Ooh. My neck is stiff as heck. Woo! Oh boy. Right, with that said, thank you all so much for joining me on the stream. Technically, I'm still on hiatus. On the hiatus of basically trying to catch up with my background stuff. Hindsight is 20 by 20. Apple might just implement something along those lines, but of course a ridiculously pretentious name. Yeah, imagine like Apple lightning power injector for USB-C. Like repurpose the name lightning to be a power injector. That would be crazy. I mean, we have saw them repurpose the word MagSafe, so nothing stops them. They've done MagSafe for wireless charging on iPhones, although they still do use the traditional magnetic contact pin powered MagSafe for MacBooks. So what stops them? Right. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my Discord. Be sure to check out my YouTube community post. I mainly post there. Most of the time I post there more frequently than I do in Blue Sky nowadays, because let's be brutally honest, there's not many people on Blue Sky anymore. So it's hard for me to have a reason to post on Blue Sky. And if you want to hear about how I've been doing and how I'm feeling around the time of certain edits, check out videos of mine in the description. Each of these videos, at least the videos from starting the devlog onwards, I guess. Starting onwards the devlog to present, I have a link to my Ko-fi page that shows my my editor's commentary or commentary blog about how I'm feeling and what I think about the video and how I've been doing around the time of posting and stuff like that. These posts will be public when the video is public. So so no one gets left behind. So, however, there is early access videos that you can watch. There is one early access video currently, as of the time of streaming. That is a new battery for my old iPhone, which is a stream highlight for my old iPhone battery replacement stream for in January 31st this year. I have unlisted, I mean not unlisted, I've privated the stream. Well, for transparency's sake, I'm gonna talk about it. Primarily because there was a face leak, I guess. And I'm not really comfortable with showing my face. So please don't share it if you happen to have an archive of it. It would be greatly appreciated. And the highlights I made has been thoroughly checked to not have any of that face leak while still retaining the content. So I hope those who are supporting me as a coffee member, hopefully you can enjoy these videos early. I'm pushing out videos videos as early access whenever I'm done editing. Like just as I'm done editing, I'll just push it out immediately to the early access again. So it's kind of fresh off the oven for Ko-fi guys. Whereas for the main guy, the non-members, you can check out these videos on a weekly basis. They will be rolled out every week on a Friday night. Friday night? Technically Friday night, I guess. Or a Friday daytime, depending on which part of the world you're in. But technically a Friday night in Japanese time, so yeah. There is a video coming out in a couple of days. I'm currently working on backlog videos. So what I mean by backlog videos is videos I have already been working in progress up until when my PC died again back in sometime July. When July came, my PC died for 9 days straight, and I took it to a repair shop to get it inspected because with my personal efforts I couldn't do anything, so I took it to them to get it checked, and happy that I sunk my bank account again to replace the part in question, and now I'm back streaming stable without problems, and you know, finally making videos without hitching. I mean not hitching, without crashing or blackout all the way. I'm glad we're back in one piece again. So currently I'm trying to clear out these backlog of videos first before I resume streaming, resume content creation, all together. And I'll be making videos every week regardless, and I'll still be trying my very best to try to push out videos as fast as I can for the Ko-fi gang. And to the Throne gang, if you would like to test with me, if you have donated on Throne at least 100 yen and above, then contact me on Discord or my business email. Preferably my business email with a receipt of your donation or your contribution, and I'll try to experiment with temporary roles on Discord for members. So think of it like Ko-fi gang, but for Throne gang on Discord, because currently Ko-fi does not allow us to do the workaround. Primarily because it's not past 100 yen, so logically it makes sense. So currently I'm trying to experiment with making it happen on Discord instead, where my Discord bot will be in charge of permitting and revoking the roles and access to early access content on for my early access content. You get exactly the same content as the Ko-fi gang, just the difference being you have to view it on Discord. That's just the only difference for the workaround that we have to do for the Throne gang, sadly. But currently that workaround is still work in progress. I'm hoping to bring it back up, bring it up by the time I'm done with all the backlog videos and I announce my return to content creation. So like when I say I'm probably back in content creation, I will announce it on the community post. So you have to keep an eye on my community post for that. If you may be wondering why don't I post on places like say Blue Sky, Twitter. I mean, I've stopped using Twitter because of, well, Elon Musk, sadly. It's a little hard to make sense with that guy, honestly. I do still have the Twitter account, but I don't feel like posting as much anymore. If anything, I'm just using it as a casual social media app where I just reply to friends' posts or stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm not posting updates on Twitter. All updates will be on my YouTube community post instead. It's far more easier to manage, I guess, and well, mostly in one place, I guess. With that said, I thank you all for having confidence in me creating content and hoping that I can survive in this economy and in this world of algorithms. And I hope that I can be properly, I don't know, notable on the tech VTubing space as this, I don't know, just some sort of like a bring a studio Linus Tech Tips fusion kind of VTuber, I guess. We'll see about that. Also collab with Louis Rossman. I like to stay a little bit of a distance, not because he's any kind of person. He's genuinely a cool person. He's an awesome person. He's pro-consumer and everything. That's super cool. The one thing I am scared of, if anything, is, well, you know, the algorithm, YouTube, their moderation, the TOS, you know, especially whatever happened to Linus Tech Tips just last week. That was scary. But yeah. With that said, check out my YouTube community post, check out my Discord, check out my Pincushion page. And I guess I'll see you guys on my next video, I guess. Hopefully I could announce my return once I'm done with 2 backlog videos. I'm currently working on one of them now. There's one more backlog videos, and then after that I'm gonna work on one video to release. That one video would release alongside the same week that I'll be resuming streams on. So hopefully I can make that happen, and hopefully I'll be back to content creating again and bring my channel back up again. Get that number go bigger, just like Joan Biziger says from Trash Taste. Like you can clearly see the fall of numbers, the fall of view counts on my videos tab. Like ever since the I need your help, I'm losing my mind. That was when the PC crashed like crazy and blacked out. That view count went, wow, astronomically down. Like at that time I was like, is this the end? Oh no, we're dead for. But I'm glad to see the view count slowly creeping back up very slowly, but I hope to bring it back up to the former glory, which is usually the average number of on the ballpark of 300 to 500 views. But I hope to bring it back up to the thousands, like my Android videos and stuff. So I hope more people enjoy a whole slew of diverse of tech content that I'll be making. More than tech content, maybe gaming content. I mean, this current video I'm currently editing right now is actually the Half-Life Alyx stream. If you have seen me crash multiple times on my Half-Life Alyx stream, that stream, I'm trying my absolute living best to try to salvage anything that's there. Just salvage everything there to hopefully make a video that is still somewhat enjoyable and still consistent in timeline. So both the stream crash stream and the retry run are in this highlight video, which is also why it took quite long for me to edit the video. Like, how many days has it been since I uploaded the early access new battery video? That was like September 3rd. So it's been nearly a week now. It took me quite some days to gather up 3 hours of footage to hopefully make a video that is consistent with my first reaction and make it at least entertaining to some extent. It is kind of a difficulty, but I'm gonna try my best. So if you like Half-Life Alyx and if you like my first reactions, feel free to look forward to this video that is coming up next on the early access and comes after the new battery video, which is coming up next week, I guess, or this week actually, precisely this week. So yeah, right. I gotta get going. I gotta start clearing up my desk and probably make something to munch on for dinner and get some good night's sleep after that, I guess. With that said, thank you all so much for sticking around with me. It's been your girl, Melody Tensei, Melody Valentine. Melody Tensei deshita. And now, I'll bid you all a see you next time, rather than a farewell. Got you, OGs. See ya! Catch ya once again. Oh, by the way, you can also chat casually with me on Discord because I'll be active on Discord like pretty much every day, honestly. As long as you're within topic, you'll be fine. So see ya! Yeet!